Good morning, guys. I'm doing my so far walkthrough on my property. Where my property stops on the east side, right? And it goes all the way over here. And then, as you see my well, I got a pole barn down there. And then I got a grazing area. This is where I'm gonna graze my sheep. It's pretty big. But as you can see, previous owners let this stuff overgrow. So I still got a lot of work to do. Even though I had a head start, I still got more work than I needed. But you see all that? It go all the way back down there. That's where the road is at. And it goes all the way down there. So there's plenty enough to put me a pole barn in the middle here to keep my animals and shelter. I'm gonna get two 20 feet containers. And then I'm gonna build a roof on the top and then cut open the sides so they can walk in and I can walk in from the inside. Cause what I'm gonna do is, you can see this fence already has the little gates for the animals. And like I say, all of this, just doing the walkthrough you guys asked for. Homestead Homies. Hashtag Homestead Homies for life. But like right up here in the middle, this is where I'm gonna cut this fence at. And I'm gonna put me two more H braces, and then I'm gonna put another gate right here so it'll be in the center of my field. And as you can see, a lot of field. I'm gonna split it up into 4 sections, probably 6 sections. Yeah, I'm gonna split it up into 6 sections, and that way I can feed my sheep. But actually, you know what? I think what I'll do is I split it up, in 6 sections, and that way I'll feed my sheep on one part. Every 2 weeks I switch them, so it can reduce the parasites and stuff like that. So again, this got a gate already. I just gotta go in there and cut all that stuff down, but I can't do that unless I get a tractor. So I'm gonna have to rent a tractor. I found a place, $650, to rent a tractor for the weekend. So I'm gonna do that. Pole barn, I got a shed over there. Like I said, I got a head start, but I still need to work on stuff. You know, certain people, when they got property, they let it go to waste. You know what I mean? But certain people, like us, care about stuff and we make it look good. That's just how we are. We don't like toe up stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna concrete this in here because I don't like all that dirt. So I'm gonna concrete and get it even. And right in the middle, I'm gonna put, like I say, tools and stuff. But in the middle, I'm gonna put me a little pool table because I like playing pool. Give me something to do. And then I'm walking around here. You can see all the property down there. All that property right there is mine. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get a pond up in there, and then get rid of some of that brush. Get a pond. The pond ain't gotta be that big, just big enough for me to put some fish in there and catch my own fish. This is the other side of my grazing area. Like I say, guys, this is a big area, so I can split it up in 6s. This is the old chicken coop. I'm gonna rebuild it. I don't want it on the ground. I'm gonna build a good foundation. It's got a roof already, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all that material out and I'm gonna lift it up a little bit so it'll be a little higher so I can walk through it. And then put some rain catchment systems on there. And then I'm gonna make the run come down at least about 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet. So the chickens got somewhere to roam, and then cover the top with chicken wire so the hawks can't get them. Like I say, guys, this grazing area is pretty big. There's gonna be plenty of room for them sheep to keep swapping so they don't get parasites. I'm gonna cut that tree down. That's the backyard. That's the house I already built, paid for. Don't own anything on this place, just taxes. That's the fence I built. Did that myself, me and my wife. I went with a 6 strand high tension wire, 48 feet, just so the deer can still jump across. But I had my dogs in here, they couldn't get out. And then, like I said, it's gonna be electrified. I finished that gate, as I said, and then I stained it yesterday, so it's looking good. Same color as the mailbox. I'm gonna cut this tree down, cause like everything right up in this area right here, this is gonna be my orchard. Everything in this area over here coming down is gonna be my garden, my ground garden. On that other side that you're seeing on the other side of the fence, that's when I'm gonna do my raised beds. And then I'm gonna put some grapes and stuff inside of the fence to keep the deer out. I cut this tree down yesterday so I could put my camera up. As you can see, it's got a camera. That's the front. Again, guys, this is all that brush and trees over here where I'm gonna try to get a pond put in there. I'm gonna cut all that brush back, and then, like I say, give me a nice area, and then I still got plenty of land. Once I cut that brush, I still got plenty of land right here. That's my front gate. I'm gonna put my ghost arm control on here probably the next time I come down. As you can see, got my little flag up. Did that real good, looking good. Like I said, I gotta finish that part. Got the H-braces done. I cut all this grass right here. It was looking a hot mess like that over there, but I did it with a little bitty lawnmower. I cut that tree down. When I come back, it'll be dry brittle. I'm gonna burn it. Then I'm gonna run my fence. I'm gonna leave about 7 feet so I can mow as I'm bringing it down. And then I'm gonna cut all that up. And then where my line is at, I'm gonna come back about 8 feet so I can use the lawnmower, but I'm gonna cut all that down just so I can do all that. And then I'll be able to put my H-brace in there. But guys, I ended up cutting some more of the land down way back here. So you can see right here is where my property line ends at. Right here, all the way down. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna count 8 feet out just so that I'm able to maintain and mow this area on my property, right? And I'm gonna do that all the way down, get that brush. I'm gonna do the same thing down there. I'm gonna do 8 feet all the way down till I get to my other side of my fence down there. And then I'm gonna electrify everything. So when I get my animals in here, they can roam. And then I'm gonna put some sheep in there before I get a pond done. I'm gonna put me 2 little Spanish sheep in there to eat that stuff up. Then after the sheep eat it up, then I'm gonna put me some pigs in there to root it up. But yeah, guys, this is what I got. This is my overall right now. And I still got a lot to do before I can even put animals on here. So that's the plan, guys. Make sure that the land is much finished before I put any animals on here, because I don't want my animals to have to struggle or suffer, because I want to hurry up and rush and get some. When I get them, I want them to be thriving, not getting sick and stuff like that. So that's why I'm gonna make sure everything is good, just like I would for myself. I ain't gonna do nothing unless I think it's good. So same thing with my animals. So again, guys, you know why I got that flag? The area I'm in. Yeah, you already know what time it is. So yes, closing up my gate because I'm finna hit the highway and I'm finna get back home in Miami, get some work in, get some more money, and come back and do some more work. All right, guys, signing out. Hashtag Williams Family Farm, hashtags DIY, hashtag Homestead Homies, hashtag all my people that's out there off-gridding and trying to live a good, decent life. I know we all trying, and I know we all gonna succeed, because we are the people that can do that, and we will. So guys, peace out. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will bring you more content as it comes. Like I say, I'm learning this thing, and I'm figuring it out as I go. So I'm trying to do better. So, all right, guys, signing out. And as my wife always say, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today.